You're starting as a small YouTuber and you want to learn how you can gain your first 700 subscribers. Here is how I managed to gain 700 subscribers in less than a year. As you can see on my page, I'm still around the 700 mark. We're here to talk about how you can gain your first 700 subscribers and how I did starting off as a small YouTuber, what I've learned so far, and how to just get started. Okay. Really get into this video now. I'm just trying to release a lot of just tension and anxiety that I have right now. Not even to making this video, just to like so much that is going on. There's just so much going on, but this is also just a note that whatever is going on in your life, do your best to just still show up. Today is the day I plan to make this video about how I gained 700 subscribers. It's so not to do with this video, but I just have so much going on right now. And then just having to still show up for myself is a non-negotiable. But it's just hard to still show up sometimes because you want to try to figure out everything else that is going on. But I know I can figure that out another time. Alright, so let's just get into the video about how I managed to gain 700 subscribers as a small YouTuber, because I am a small YouTuber. What I've learned, what you can do to implement certain things in your YouTube journey, and how I'm going to be on my way to 100K. I will be honest here about two different things. One being is you probably will hear some similar things that you've heard in other YouTube videos. And I hope that doesn't cause you to click off, because there's another thing that I have noticed is not often mentioned in any YouTube video about how they gained their subscribers, whether it's 500, 700, 1,000, 100,000, or even 1 million. There is one common thing that nobody really mentions, and it could be because it's their honest truth that they have never done this, or that there is a secret that is not being exposed. I do have my handy dandy laptop here because I want to make sure I touch on everything. I can only speak so much because of the progress that I do have, but I'm still learning so much, so I want to be very transparent in my journey and in my process, because I have had some success, but I'm still a small YouTuber. So this video is mainly for those who are trying to get to their first 500, maybe even first 100, or just 700. There's one out of the two main things that I feel like nobody really talks about. There's one thing that I am gonna repeat, but they are so important. The first thing that I will talk about that is repeated a lot is picking a niche. I'm very flexible with that point because I do feel like when you're starting out, you should explore all options, all the things that you're into, to really like decide what's for you, what is it that people gravitate towards in your videos, what is it that you really like, and what is it that you're really passionate about talking about. But also I do feel like picking a niche is a crucial part in having a specific category that the YouTube algorithm can place you in, so that way they can get more of those people to watch your videos, which will then be a ripple effect in you gaining more views and gaining more subscribers. The second thing is I invested in a program. I invested into Sunny's program. I don't know if any of you have come across it yet, but I invested into her program, which was YouTube for Bosses. That was something that was like one of the best purchases I did make, because it allowed me to learn so much about SEO. It allowed me to learn so much about the importance of thumbnails and titles, and even what you're even saying in your videos. I highly recommend anyone who's like just desperate to really grow their channel because they have not seen any success at getting at least 100 subscribers or the first 500, and they're just wanting to at least get to half of 1,000. If you have not invested in a program, I highly recommend that you do invest. Sunny's program I feel like is really great, and y'all, this video is not sponsored by her or anything. It is truly me just being very transparent about my journey and what I learned with investing in that program. I know that there's a lot of other programs out there that you can invest in. I think there's one that Think Media. I've come across that. I think they have a program where you can learn so much about the YouTube algorithm and SEO and just how you can grow your channel authentically and organically. This is leading into my third point on how you can gain your channel to at least 700 subscribers, and this is how I did. I initially learned about SEO through Sunny's program and started researching more outside of the program just to really understand it. And I came across things like TubeBuddy, and also came across those things with other videos. TubeBuddy, vidIQ, keyword search. I also came across these things in other videos and Sunny's program. Once I really started investigating in research and researching SEO, which is search engine optimization, if you don't know what SEO means. And basically what that is things that people are typing into the search bar on high demand that are leading to certain videos. So depending on what things people are typing into the search bar and what keywords you have in your titles and what you're speaking in your videos and what you have in your description will then link that person who is searching for how to get a boyfriend, or that was horrible, how to start a YouTube. Something as simple as that, a title, how to start a YouTube. And in that video, they're saying how to start a YouTube. And in their description, they have how to start a YouTube. And then they have things to follow up with that. That will then have the algorithm determine if that person is a match for this video that you have in the search engine. I hope that is making sense. I will just go ahead and pop a formal description of what search engine optimization is. But my understanding of it is just when someone types in the search bar something that they're looking for, the algorithm and the search engine will determine like if your video is a match for that searchable topic that a person is looking for. And that is something that is super crucial when it comes to growing your channel, is putting in keywords into your titles, into your descriptions, and speaking those keywords into your video. And I don't want you to overcomplicate this or overthink it and have it not be organic to you, because this is something that I have had stumbled upon and have done trial and error upon, because I wanted my video to be found so bad that I was just so fixated on certain keywords that I was putting into my titles, putting into my videos, and putting into my description, but it just didn't feel authentic. It didn't feel real. It just felt very forced that I was forcing these keywords into my title and everywhere so that way my video could be found. But I shortly learned that that does not work. It still has to be very organic. I think it's very odd, and I'm still learning how the algorithm is working. I think as we all are, because it's constantly changing. I think there's a fine balance between originality and authenticity, and then strategy. I think there's a fine line between those two and what the algorithm is looking for, because they're watching. They're clearly watching. Certain videos are being found and certain videos aren't being found. It could be the same topic, the same title, the same almost looking thumbnail, but one video is going to catch more traction than the other because maybe one was being more authentic than the other. My next thing is, this is honestly something I should have started with, which was relax. I kind of, I guess, just touched on that, is don't overthink this. Be you, be so true to you, and talk about the things that you want to talk about. Don't force anything. Don't overthink it. Don't be over strategic. Don't over strategize. Like, try your best, do your best, but do your best to be you. And if you feel like it's getting overwhelming for you, then maybe take a breather. Maybe just make a fun video out of just for fun and not having to worry so much about this SEO and thumbnail and all this stuff, because that can get overwhelming for a perfectionist like myself, which is something I'm consistently working on. And I think that's part of why I fell off too, is because I wanted to be perfect and I wanted everything to line out perfectly. But that can literally delay blessings for you, and that can literally delay your manifestations for yourself or delay your success. It can delay you just showing up for yourself. You can block a lot of things by trying to be perfect and have everything perfect. You have to work with what you have. And that is something that I really, that was a hard pill for me to swallow, because I am such a perfectionist, is just working with what I have, because I want everything to look damn near perfect for me to feel like the video that I made was successful. I wanted to make sure I got those, I guess, 4 or 5 main things out of the way and out there before hopping into my next points, which are they're a lot more simple, and I don't even want to say repetitive, because how I'm going to explain it and how the next YouTuber explains it is going to be so different in how we resonate with them. So my next point that I really want to make is my motto for this entire year was not being so fixated on being perfect. This is something that has been so difficult for me, but I really want to just throw that out there. Work with what you have and just do it. If something in your heart is telling you, I want to speak about this because this is important to me and I just want to get it out there and I want to be creative with it, oh, for goodness gracious, just do it. I started my YouTube channel all the way back in, I believe, 2016 or 2017. It is 2024. I started this YouTube a long time ago. Now, before starting my YouTube video in 2017 or 2016, I had been wanting to start a YouTube video, but I didn't because I was so fixated on everything being so perfect. I wanted a camera, I wanted a tripod, I wanted lighting, and I didn't have any of that. All I had was a phone. And I do have a video of on my phone somewhere. If I can find it, I may post it. But it was a horrible video. I wish I would have just continued with that, but I didn't, and that's okay because I started at some point. I picked a niche. It was initially like hair and beauty. I didn't have any success with it at all. And I wasn't consistent. So like maybe like a year or two later, I decided, you know what, I'm going to get serious again. So this was probably like in 2019. But I wanted this channel to be more of something that I was, you know, leaning into at this point in my life, which was like health and health of your hair, health of your skin, just health of your mind, body, and soul. So I started a channel called Be Euphoria, which was just being high off of happiness internally. And I wasn't seeing any success there either, and it was just very discouraging. So I told myself, you know what, this isn't working, but I also still wasn't being consistent. I took a break to really just get some clarity on what I wanted to talk about and if this was something I really wanted to do. YouTube was still very so much in my heart and I still wanted to do it. In 2020, I told myself, I'm not gonna be fixated on the views and the numbers or anything like that. I'm just gonna make a fun video. So my first video on this current channel back in 2020 was just me waking up one day and just putting out a video because it was just in my heart. And from that point on, I just was putting stuff out there that I wanted to put out there. There was no particular niche. So I think my next video was a haul, a Shein haul. It was also a trending video, so I was like, you know what? This is authentic to me, and it's also a trending video. So if I get views, cool. If I don't, then I don't. But this is a video that I want to make. From then on, it led into me getting back into hair. And I was then, you know, on my natural hair journey, like seriously, and trying to grow my hair. I figured, this is a really trending thing right now, because back then, a few years ago, everyone was going natural and they were trying to figure out how to grow their hair and the health of their hair and products and all of that. So that was my niche that I picked. And then I just got really excited from then on. I was more consistent. I had then invested into the Sunny program, but it was also all true and authentic to me. And that's when I started actually seeing success. I actually started seeing views go up. My first high number that I had was 18K views on a video that was planned, but it also wasn't like forced. I did my research, I did my SEO, but this was also a video I was really excited to make, and I saw success on it. So I will say the importance of these videos and your success on YouTube is it has to be true to you, and you do have to do the work. Those two go very hand in hand. And part of doing the work is being consistent. Being consistent is, and this is one thing that you hear, I'm sure, repetitively, but being consistent is another crucial part in having success on YouTube. And I want to say it's hard to have all these things kind of melt together like effortlessly, but it's really not. If it's meant for you, and if it's something that is truly in your heart that you want to do, and you have things that you want to speak about and talk about and just get out there, it will come. You just cannot be so fixated on that. You have to just trust that If you're doing something that you really enjoy doing and you want to make something of this because this is something that is authentic and true to you and you believe in it and you believe in yourself, along with doing the work and being consistent, like, it will come to you. If you're doing what you love, you're doing something that is true to you, you're doing something that you want to do, not that you're forcing yourself to do, and you're putting in the work. Now, putting in the work, I do feel like you kind of have to force yourself to get over those humps where those days you just don't feel like it. It's not because you don't want to do it, it's just you don't feel like it today, right now, at this moment. But you know, tomorrow you're going to be like, dang, I wish I would have done it because now I have all these great ideas. It's something I constantly have to remind myself, but I feel like if you have all those things in alignment, something is going to work for you. You just have to keep going and you have to keep believing in yourself. Yes, I've stopped and I've done a lot of breaks over the years, but I'm also just trying to learn to be so kind and patient with myself and just understanding that the choices I make are going to be a consequence in my life. I don't know if I said that right. I may have messed that. The choices that I make are going to have consequences in my life. I think having that reminder will automatically put some fire up your butt if you know you want to be somebody someday. At the end of the day, you knowing you want to be someone, oh my gosh, I'm so low. You knowing that you want to be someone will automatically just force you to get up. That, I think, pretty much sums up all the points that I really wanted to make on this video. So to do a quick little recap of everything that I listed, and this is not in order what I'm about to list out, but number one, relax. Don't be fixated on perfectionism or the numbers or anything, okay? Number two, do your research. If you do not have the money to invest in a program right now, like Sunny's program that I mentioned, YouTube for Bosses, do your research. Do your research on thumbnails, titles, SEO, TubeBuddy, keyword search, vidIQ. Do your research on all of that. The importance of thumbnails. Type in a video that you are interested in, or type in a topic that you're interested in talking about, and study other videos. Study what they did, study what they're doing, and pick off of any type of video and implement them into your videos and make it your own. Do not copy and paste, but make it your own after doing the research. Study your research. Have a plan of action. Fourth, be consistent. Oh my gosh. These are things I want you to do. All of these are important. All of these. There's no particular order, but I do feel like relaxing is a number one thing you should consider. But those are 4 things that I want you to do. What I do not want you to do is worry about picking a niche right off the bat if you're just getting started. If you've already been on this YouTube journey for a while, then my next point would be to, on the do list, is to finally pick a niche and execute on that. If you've been in this YouTube game for a while and you're not seeing success, pick a niche and go with it. And then once you've skyrocketed to some numbers, then maybe you can open up your platform to other things. But do not worry about picking a niche right off the bat. I want you, and I do believe solely into figuring out what it is you like. You won't know unless you're making videos on that. And you won't know what people are liking from you if you don't explore. I also don't want you to worry about picking a niche, worry about having the equipment, work with what you have. I will also mention, if this video has been very informative to you and you enjoyed this video, because I don't want to make this video super duper long. I was trying to keep it pretty short. I personally am maybe interested in making another video on exactly how I got started, and a more detailed version on how I got started, and just my progress into where I'm at now and where I plan to go. Because I know part of this title is on my way to 100K, but I didn't really touch on any of that in this video, only because I'm realizing this video might be a little longer than I wanted it to. Do like and comment below if you are also interested in that kind of video, so it'll kind of put some fire at my butt to really get that second video out. So yeah, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up and make sure you are subscribed if you are new. I hope you have an amazing, productive day, and yeah, just hope to see you back. Bye.